Yo, it's JewFroLegend with another react. Some hit this blunt, don't hit that crack. Yeah, so it's another react. And what we have here, Undisputed Skip Bayless reacts. Reportedly no deadline for the Browns to trade Baker Mayfield. This should be fun. Well, I'm gonna let these guys blither, and I'm gonna chime in when I see fit.
Still on the Browns roster, NFL Network is reporting that the quarterback's trade market is likely to stay quiet until at least June, saying, quote, there's no deadline. Teams will settle in now for OTAs, they'll have rookie minicamp. Everything's going to slow down a little bit. Shannon, we'll let you go first before Skip weighs in. What do you think happens next for Baker and the Browns?
Well, he's just sitting by the phone, Skip, and the reason why the phone's not ringing, Baker can't throw. So what's the point of having him in OTAs? What's the point of having?
He had surgery.
Exactly. Yeah. So he's not able to throw. So teams are not going to be in a rush. But my thing is that if he was what you said he was to be, and other teams are worried about somebody could possibly get him if they release him, why not just go ahead and offer? Hey, bro, we got
Exactly. Deshaun Watson was finger fucking about 50 bitches and got a bunch of civil lawsuits on it, and people were clamoring to sign his ass. You know, Baker Mayfield, in context, just had a season where he played bad because he had a hurt arm. But it seems to me that the word around the NFL, if you listen to Shannon Sharp, is that he's not that good of a quarterback. He's average at best, and we'll get him for the price he needs, most likely when he's released. Because no one's going to trade or add any money that they need to when they can just get him for cheap.
The fifth rounder, y'all pay 15, 14 million of it. We got the rest of it. That's what they could do. Clearly, they don't think that.
So are you saying he's a bust?
I'm just saying
Skip is trying to hold Shannon's feet to the fire to completely label Baker Mayfield as a bust. I don't think he's a bust. And I don't think that's why Shannon's never going to say it yet. But he's getting close to it. Baker Mayfield, next time he plays, if he didn't have a good season, he's going to be labeled a bust.
I'm not saying he's under the bridge. He's side of the road. Got a side up saying we'll quarterback for a job, for food, anything like that. But it's not what you thought it was going to be. You got to admit that, Skip Bayless. You thought Baker Mayfield was going, he hit the Baker, not Baker. The Pro Football Focus said the last 11 games, all them teams got all access to what Pro Football Focus said, and ain't nobody budged. You know why? Because he's not that guy. He's not it.
Same league that waited until the 6th round to take Thomas Edward Patrick Brady. Waited to the 3rd round to take Joe Montana.
That's because that's the same league that didn't know what they were going to be in the league. Okay, so you can give them that. I've seen Baker. They've seen Baker. So there's no reason for them to wait if he's what you said he is.
Man, at the same time, they seem to not miss on Baker Mayfield, who's the #1 overall pick. That's not the same type of argument.
They're all making huge mistakes. I am dug in. Baker Mayfield is the most undervalued asset on the open market I have ever seen in all my career. Most undervalued asset ever in the history of the NFL. He is an untrending topic because teams that get so carried away and overspend for overrated quarterbacks are now dramatically underrating Baker Mayfield because they all say, wait a second, if they're not jumping, why should we jump? Well, you should jump because I made a list this morning. I made a list. I can conservatively pick 14 teams that need Baker Mayfield over what they have.
Okay, let me hear a couple of them.
Okay, let's start with Seattle, shall we? Drew Lock.
Okay, I'll give you that one. You got me.
Let's go to the Giants, shall we? How about Daniel Jones?
The guy that he said, I can't believe they picked that guy. That guy that got a job and Baker doesn't?
He said that.
Okay.
He said that, and he's right about it, and I think you think he's right about it. How about bounce it to him, Wentz? Now, Commander. Yeah, I'll take Baker Mayfield over Carson Wentz, W-I-N-C-E, any day of the week.
And teams gave up 2 threes for him.
How about Jared Goff in Detroit?
No. He ain't better than Jared Goff. Jared Goff went to a Super Bowl. That's what you told me.
I would take
Jared Goff went to a Super Bowl because Sean McVay is a brilliant coach.
Him right now over Jared Goff, who looks like he's shell-shocked and has lost all of his confidence.
That's what I said about Baker.
How about Marcus Mariota in Atlanta right now? Would you really? Would you? I'd take Baker any Sunday, Monday, Thursday. I'll take Baker over Mariota any one of those days. How about the guy you loved in that draft, still the starting quarterback, I guess, in Carolina, Sam Darnold? I'll take Baker any day, any night.
I would, and to be honest with you, I would take. I'm not a Baker Mayfield fan. I would rather have Baker Mayfield in Washington than Carson Wentz. And I'm a Washington fan, so hey, this is biased, but I don't want to see Carson Wentz in that uniform, and I think he's going to stink it up. Hey, but don't quote me on that. Quote me on that.
Any month, any week, any year over Sam the Bust Darnold.
What about what is Baker?
Okay.
Both of them about to be on this. One guy got a second team. He's already there. Seems to be the starting quarterback.
Well,
Your guy about to be.
I'm giving you teams here. Okay. I'll throw Jalen Hurts out there. I like Jalen Hurts a lot, but I think Baker's a little better than Jalen Hurts. And
No.
I love what Jalen can do intangibly, but so do I love what Baker can do intangibly. And by the way, you despise Jalen Hurts. You have no respect for him.
But he's better than Baker.
I think right here, right now.
He's better than Baker.
No, he's not.
He's better than Baker.
Stop it. You would take Baker.
No, I would not.
Any day.
No, I would not.
I'm sorry. And then even my man Dak Prescott. I'm down on him right now. This is getting close for me. It's actually getting close between Dak and Baker. If you gave me a choice, I'd be like, I mean,
are you talking about close between like San Francisco and Miami, or close San Francisco and L.A.?
Help me out. How many?
Dak Prescott. I don't know if he was that quarterback before he got there, but he's caught the Dallas quarterback syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Of being okay within the first 3 quarters, but once it's crunch time, he's gonna find a way to fuck it up. You know what I mean? Tony Romo was the same exact way.
How many playoff games has Dak Prescott won?
None.
Help me. No, one. One at home.
One game, yeah.
He beat Seattle at home. He had a QBR of 73, which is pretty good.
Okay.
And he ran for a touchdown and threw for another touchdown.
Right.
Okay. And he had 1 pick. Baker Mayfield also has 1 playoff win, but it came on the road against their arch rival. He had a QBR of 91, and it was Cleveland's first playoff win in 26 years. He did that. So it's 1-1 in playoff wins for Baker versus Dak.
How many times has Baker been to the playoffs?
Well, he hasn't played that much football.
How many times have he won the division?
Okay. Well, he went once, right? And
bro, Dak Prescott is in the weakest division in the NFL. Stop.
He won a playoff game and then went to Kansas City. I'm starting.
The NFC East, you got the Cowboys, the Redskins, the Eagles, and the Giants. Come on now.
And let me keep going down the list, shall I? Let's go to your man Tua. Tua or Baker? It's not even close. It's Baker all day and all night. I'm sorry. I'll go up to.
Look at Shannon's face. He look like Skip just said something about LeBron.
Let's go to Trubisky. Let's go to Pittsburgh, shall we?
Trubisky good.
Trubisky good. You know and I know it's Baker. They made such a huge mistake and they jumped on Kenny Pickett. I'll take Baker long term over Kenny Pickett any day, any night, any Thursday, Sunday, Monday. You name it, I'll take Baker.
You can rattle off teams all you want to.
How about Ryan Tannehill? I'm just telling you, Baker's better than Ryan Tannehill.
I agree. I think Ryan Tannehill is way overrated. And he has horrible leadership. People don't know. Man, I knew Ryan Tannehill had bad leadership when that Richie Incognito and Jonathan Martin situation was going down. When he was the quarterback of that team, and he was one of the people that was egging on Richie Incognito and laughing at Jonathan Martin. And don't get me wrong. You got to be a man. You got to be a man in life. Especially being in an NFL locker room, and Jonathan Martin should have held his balls a little bit tougher. But you can't be the quarterback of a team and adding on the bullying. You can't do that. I knew right then and there that Ryan Tannehill was a bad leader. And this added little comment that he had with saying he doesn't have to baby. You don't have to babysit Malik Willis, but you don't need to say it either, bro.
Do it right here, right now. Better.
You're rattling off teams.
No, I'm making my case. But
none of those teams are interested in your guy.
I don't care. It's mistake. They're all making
the mistake was Cleveland taking him #1 overall. That was the mistake.
You mean the mistake by the lake that is Cleveland? Really? Interesting. He saved them. He turned them around. They were 0-16 when they took him. And his rookie year as a raw rookie, thrown finally into the fire by Hugh Jackson, He won 7 games.
Could have had Josh Allen.
Pro Football Focus graded his throws of big-time throws that he completed. He had 40 of them. That ranked 4th in the NFL as a raw rookie.
Couldn't they have
kidding me?
Couldn't they have had Josh Allen?
Huh?
Wasn't he in that draft? Was Josh Allen in that draft?
Yeah, I'll take Baker Mayfield.
Over Josh Allen?
No, I will not. I won't do that.
Okay.
But I haven't seen that much from Josh.
You've seen enough. You've seen enough.
I better see a whole lot
You saw
more.
Kansas City the past 2 years.
So I'm looking at all my locks that I made over here where I said, no, I would take the lock over Baker Mayfield. And obviously, I put Josh Allen in there, but then I put Lamar in there, and I heard early in the show, you're out on Lamar Jackson.
But
would you take Baker over Lamar?
No,
You might.
no,
You might.
no, I would not.
Yes.
No, I would not.
Huh, interesting. And, of course, Joe Burrow and Russell Wilson, I'll give you those. Mahomes, I'll give you that. Derek Carr.
Hold on. You going to give me Mahomes. You're not sure about that, but you'll give him to me.
I'll give you that. Justin Herbert, I'll give you him, but has he really proven anything?
What is
yet?
Baker Mayfield? Skip, you need to
He
stop.
won a playoff game.
He said, I'll give you Patrick Mahomes. Yo, when Skip digs in on a player, he digs in. You know, I think he's just trying to make up for the Tebow mistake because he really dug in on Tebow. And Baker Mayfield is legitimately a lot better than Tebow, so he has a chance. But God, yo, I need a woman that loves me like Skip loves his quarterback.
For the first time in 26
Skip,
years for the mistakes by the lake.
Skip, the
clown show Brown.
Skip, the man threw for 5,000. The man threw for 5,000 in the second year.
I'll give you Aaron Rodgers, but boy, I don't trust him in the postseason.
Oh my God!
Right? And there's one GOAT.
Oh man, he's tripping. But you're right. You shouldn't trust Aaron Rodgers in the postseason. He's Peyton Manning #2.
And only one GOAT, so we'll skip over that. Kyler Murray. You're down on Kyler Murray because he keeps falling.
I'm not taking Baker Mayfield over Kyler Murray.
I'll go Kyler barely. Matthew Stafford, I never was the biggest fan. He threw it to the other team 2 or 3 big times, and they dropped it in the postseason. So he won a Super Bowl, so I'll give you that. And I told you from the start.
Skip is out of his. You're right, Shannon. Skip is out of his fucking mind.
No, I'm in my mind because I told you from the start, Deshaun, to me, when he was playing, he was a top 3 quarterback. I love Deshaun Watson on the football field.
Right, okay.
And so when they had their shot and they plunged and they gave him $230 guaranteed $1 million, I said, well, I can't condemn that because he is really good, or at least he used to be. We're not going to be sure. What if he has to miss 2 full years?
Skip. But the problem is, if your guy was doing what he was supposed to do, they would have never entertained Deshaun.
Okay, well, all I know is I saw with my own 2 eyes that after Odell went down and out, God bless him, knocking on wood for him, ACL tear at Cincinnati, Baker took off in 2020. And I mean, he took off.
Well, I guess they caught up with him.
8-3 down the stretch with 20 touchdowns to only 3 picks? Are you kidding me?
But what
20 touchdowns? He was graded the 4th best quarterback in the league over that period. What is the NFL not seeing? They're all afraid because, oh, he's the guy in the progressive commercials who comes off as smug and condescending. It's all about the progressive.
If he can play, he can play.
He was hurt last year. But he needed surgery for a torn labrum.
Where those come from?
He needed surgery last year. He was hurt. And as I launch into my position, I'm going to tell you, Baker Mayfield is a top 10 quarterback in 4 years. Quote me on it, Shannon.
High victories. There was an article in the Cleveland paper talking about Baker, 4th quarter QBR, talking about Baker come from behind victories. Where are those?
He went and beat Pittsburgh at Pittsburgh in a playoff game when Pittsburgh's defense was riding high.
No, they weren't.
That was the Pittsburgh team that started 11-0
Skip Bayless, I told you.
Wow.
Who was the guy that first guessed this? Told you early in the season. They're fraudulent. They're not what they appear to be. That was your boy over here told you that.
Now I look down my list. Kirk Cousins. You sure he's better than Baker Mayfield?
Yes.
Are you sure? I'm not. I'm not sure. Justin Fields, I like glimpses of what I see, but are you sure long term he's going to be better than Baker Mayfield? I am not sure of that. Look at all these mistakes.
Let's see. Other than Tom Brady, Baker can give a lot of these guys their run for their money. And you will see. You will see. Baker Mayfield will take over the league like a firestorm. Like the firestorm on top of my head. Like the firestorm on top of my heart for these guys.
Here, and they're not even by the lake. They're just mistake. I forgot Houston, Davis Mills. Would you take Baker over Davis Mills?
Nope.
Yes, you would.
Nope.
I know you, and you would.
First of all, it seems to me that the mistake was made when Cleveland selected him number 1 overall, because all those guys are properly in their places.
What did I tell you? He's better than Sam Darnold. He's better than Josh Rosen.
But
I couldn't critique Josh Allen because I saw him one glimpse.
But Skip, that's the thing. That's a very low bar. When you say he's better than Josh Rosen, he's better than
the Hall of Famer said Sam Darnold's the best quarterback in that draft. That's what you said.
But Skip, okay, they're all terrible. How about that? They're all terrible.
Baker was not terrible.
Terrible.
No, he's
if he's so good, so why is he not in Cleveland anymore?
You know, that's a great point, because why is he stuck in Cleveland? Why don't they free Baker? It's because everybody's just playing chicken. They say, well, they're up against the wall. We might as well wait until they have to cut him. We'll get him for nothing.
But hold on, no. I want to get him for something. I want to make sure I get him.
Mark my words. He will get a shot, and when he gets a shot, when the air gets cleared and he gets to go to a new situation, he will light it up. And one day you're going to have to come in here and admit, I was wrong about Baker Mayfield again. You were wrong about him at the start, and you'll be wrong about him at the finish.
Baker Mayfield smoke. That's the only light up he's going to do.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, we got to leave this one here. I, for one, am going to be a little sad when Baker...
All right, well, that's it for Skip's love session with Baker Mayfield.